This is
Thot Radio.
and magazine. And why she slapped her on the last one? Well, it's her kid. And you know what? Got a real question. We're just going out the last one. Let's go play.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Goddess Suite. Hello. Welcome to the Goddess Suite. Hello. How are you tonight?
Hello.
I'm great. This Holistic Gals is here. Happy July 1st.
Holistic Gals is here.
Same to you.
First.
I'm hearing an echo. Hello. Hello.
Hello, this is Sister Love. Sister Love is here on the line.
And Holistic Gals is here. How you doing tonight, Miss Love?
I am doing great, How are you guys? How are you ladies doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm off for a couple of weeks until summer school starts, and then I'll be back working with the kids. In the meantime, I've just been kind of doing my little entrepreneur thing with Holistic Gals, working on, I'm going to be doing a 30-day video challenge. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's definitely. Hello, I'm back. This is Miss Six. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, turn your speaker down in the back, the feather.
Okay.
Get
Is that better?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, how are you guys doing tonight? Wonderful.
Well, let's talk about it. Tuesday, we're going to talk about Goddess or Thot. And Ms. Love actually brought this to our attention last week. This term is being used towards women. You know, I thought the most lowest thing that women could be called was hoes, but now I guess it's even to a much lower level. So, Ms. Love, can you please elaborate on what made you want to discuss this topic?
I wanted to discuss the thoughts because I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to Radio 1. It was the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Listen to his show. And they're talking about Thot. Yeah, that hoe over there, and Thot laughing about it. And I went to myself because I'm thinking, so when is it okay? Why is it that pop culture thinks that it's okay to demean women that way and to laugh about it? And it bothered me. And so then I began to think about these other songs that are playing currently. We have, Usher has a song called These Bitches Be Like, excuse my language, but, it's 11:30, it's 11 o'clock show. And then we have this song by Lil Wayne and Chris Brown called These Hoes Ain't Loyal. And then we have this T-H-O-T. And it's this T-H-O-T, that hoe over there is going around on the internet huge. And it bothers me. I'm like, why is it that this is okay to demean our women that way? And so I was also discussing this with my sister, and she goes, absolutely. And she said that specifically black women are the most disrespected group of people in culture, especially with hip-hop and rap, and period, in the main culture and pop, culture as a whole. And that bothers me. And I don't know why does this pattern, why is this okay? Why do people think it's so okay that we can joke about it on the morning radio show? Like, that's all right, when it isn't. And then they have this thing, the side chick or whatever, and I was listening to the Ricky Smiley Morning Show one morning, and I'm calling the show out because they should not be contributing to the disrespect of black women or women, period. Don't even have to be black women, just women. And I call out Radio 1 because Kathy Hughes plays this stuff that demeans women a lot. And she doesn't have any ethics behind the things that she plays. She just lets the money control what she does as far as the radio. And Radio 1 is a major radio station in all urban black neighborhoods across the nation. So she's spreading this terrible mess across the country. And it bothers me as a woman. Wow. And you're absolutely right. Go ahead, Miss Rose. I was going to ask if you ladies, Mystic Feather and Holistic Gal, if y'all feel that way as well, or is it just me?
Well, no, I mean, I definitely feel what you feel as far as the degrading of women, and it just seems as though the past few hundred years that, women, we have been looked at as pretty much the lowest thing on the totem pole next to being black. I mean, it goes even back as far as the Bible. If you read the biblical text, they talk about women in such a derogatory way and with a lot of lack of respect. I mean, you could tell that this book was heavily influenced by men who did not have regard for women. And I'm speaking the term that I'm speaking in, the people that I'm speaking of would be the Greeks and the Romans that contributed, and the Englishmen that contributed to the Bible. The things that were said about women held no regard. I mean, you're not supposed to speak in church, and all the way up to this day, people take all of those things out of context. Instead of reading the Bible in a more metaphysical way, they take those terms out of context and believe that women are and should be silent and shouldn't have a voice. So all of these things lead to us now in the present time where women are just, thrown to the side like used toilet paper. And it's really ridiculous, but it's like, what could we do? I feel like the woman has to take a stand for herself. She has to respect herself and bring out the inner goddess that's inside of her and know her place in this world, know what she came here to do in order for her to rise above it, because there are women that came to the planet to do just what they are doing now, and that's being thoughts, hoes, whatever you want to call them. They're playing their part out. But at the same time, it's up to us to know our place and what we came to the planet to do. So when you start to look at things that way, you can use your, your inner goddess and your inner guidance, inner God to guide you to be an example to women who are put in those categories. So I definitely agree, but I definitely feel that we can change this by holding our own self-respect, being an example to the young women that are coming up, because they're the ones that are singing the songs. I'm pretty sure guys sing these hoes ain't loyal, but the main ones you're going to see in the club singing it are the women that are in the club.
Yeah. Yeah, our younger goddesses are kind of lost. So, but that's as a result of the family structure being broke down, the women not having the fathers as a role model. So they're falling to this and letting this. And also, I wanted to say about now history tells us, I was reading an article about this that was posted on Facebook, and it was talking about the Greeks and how the Greeks and the Romans, how they felt women were less. Women were much less than men. Women were like slaves. They didn't have any respect for their women in their culture. And they thought that if you were a woman, it was like they wouldn't even have sex with the women because they thought that, that would make them dirty or something like that. I was reading this. And that if they were born a woman, then they were a man who did something bad in their previous life. And so they didn't want them to look dirty. Yeah. And that's how they felt about their women. And that's why the homosexual thing in the Roman and Greek empires was prevalent, and why it happened a lot. There are statues that I believe are in Rome, and they show boys doing fellatio on men.
Yeah, they're still there to this day. I've seen them myself.
Yeah, and so so that culture continued into biblical history, into into when they wrote the Bible, and that's why during that time women were seen as less as well. So that's historically for the culture of that particular group of people. And so these, I'm going to say, Europeans. So when they came to this country, they carried that same culture. And that's why, they had the 60s movement when the women were trying to get their rights and were equal and blah, blah, blah. But my thing is, why did the African-American male inherit and take on that disrespect for their women? Because the black man didn't disrespect his woman, you know what I'm saying? But they inherited that over centuries and over hundreds and hundreds of years. So that's kind of where we are now. And my sister was saying, why does the black male disrespect the black woman in that way, And and vice versa. The women, we do the same thing to the men, sometimes. So, but for me, it's why is this okay in culture? That's what really hit me. And the Tupac song kept playing him over and over in my head. When he we got a name from a woman, got a game from a woman. Why do we disrespect our women? Do we hate our women? Why? He's telling women, keep your head up. That song, and I keep thinking about that, he was telling men to respect the women and respect our women, and now in hip-hop, they don't say that. They just really just break the woman down to, and with that Usher song, he's bitches be they in the club just trying to get this and that, we're just gold-digging nothings, you know what I'm saying, and so... we're not supposed to, to be taken care of or whatever, because men are losing their role. I can just go on and on. Y'all just fully cut in with you.
I think, and and to play devil's advocate a little bit, I think that there's a group of women that they are specifically talking about, because you have women out here that, as like Lil Wayne says, she didn't have her ringer on or her ring on that night, and then he said that's that nerve, and then he say, why give her, why give her your heart when she rather have a purse? And it's some women like that they rather have material things than, love. They just, it's all about the latest bag, the latest shoes, the latest dress. I mean, if you look all over social media, that's what it's about. And it's sad because I see some other entrepreneurs using material themed bags to lure people into their business, and I don't feel that that's right, and I feel that's why the guys, men, express themselves the way they do, like these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal, and a lot of them are not, I think we know women that, we've called, of course, have called hoes before and said they ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just feel like I know I'm not no Thot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can see where they're coming from, because there are a lot of women out there. I mean, you look at the videos that go viral where women are doing all types of provocative type things just for attention, just to, maybe get some type of exposure, to be on a reality show, to have their little 15 minutes of fame, and that's all it is to them. I mean, you look at Mimi Falls. I mean, she was I thought, an intelligent woman before, she did this video. She has a very lucrative cleaning business in Atlanta. She's had that for years, and I just feel like, why did she feel the need to do a sex tape? What was the point? At this day in the, at your age, 40-something years old, what was the point of doing a sex tape? So I think you get what, you put out, and if you acting like a Thot, then you going to get called a Thot, basically, I think. That's just my 2 cents, holistic gal.
That is a good, devil's advocate point of view, and is absolutely correct. The actions of a lot of our women is quite unfortunate, and in this society that we live in, they get famous from it. I mean, look at Kim Kardashian.
Right. Exactly. I mean, look. And before Kim was Paris. Remember Paris Hilton? Eve had a tape leak with Eve. I mean, it's been a lot of celebrities that have become very famous over sex tapes. So I guess the question is, how far is too far, for fame?
Right. And I think we need to, as goddesses, and I'm putting this out there, as goddesses, we need to put our feminine energy into a more productive way, as lifting our families and building our communities back up versus, these things. And okay, now I don't judge. For me, it's just more of why in society is it okay to demean women. So, but we as women, we should, shift. We should shift our energy into the uplifting of our community and our family, take care of our families and our brothers, our males. We need to help them and heal each other, because our feminine energy is so powerful. And, we need to look in as the goddesses and not Thots.
That's right.
See yourself as a goddess. Women are, because I feel women, we are valuing ourselves according to money and material things, and instead of valuing our spirit and our soul and the ones around us. So we're really taking a selfish approach. Well, I'm not saying us, but I'm saying the women who are considered to be these Thots and hoes, these are still women. These are still souls. These are still people with potential. But society has conditioned
people, our people, well, at this point, all people, because it's not just the black community. You have these thoughts in every nationality now. So it's something there. It's a void somewhere inside when you have to get a particular type of attention from a man, from people. You have to try to value yourself to a bag or value yourself to a pair of expensive shoes. That shows that the women in society right now have their priorities completely and totally messed up, and that they're disconnected from their higher selves, disconnected from their spirit. And they're using their feminine energy in a negative way. So they're gonna get exactly what they asked for in the end. You know, the looks don't last forever. What are you gonna have when the bags and the money and all of these things don't mean anything? I mean, anything can happen in the world at any given time where your life could be changed upside down. If we have to go into a survival mode, can your bag, your $3,000 bag, can it help save you? Can it feed you? Can it give you water? I mean, realistically, the society keeps our minds in the clouds and keeps us distracted, so we don't have to pay attention to what's really necessary for our true survival with our spirit. And it just disconnects us. It keeps us disconnected from what we really came here to do. Because if you take away all the materialistic things, then what do you have? I mean, you're going to be stuck with yourself, and you're going to, yes, exactly, an empty shell. So all I can say to the ladies out there who know women who are in this state of mind, all I can say is talk to your sisters, uplift them, give them some encouraging words, give them a reality check, because this is not what you came. You didn't come here to chase after men, exploit your body, and value yourself to $1, because none of those things matter. So I just say, just talk to your sisters and be an example, especially to our young sisters.
Yes. Absolutely.
That is true. I like to read the definition of a goddess for our young goddesses out there, just to let them know that, you know, you're not a thought, you're a goddess. We were made to be wonderful. I'm looking at UrbanDictionary.com, and it says definition of goddess: a woman of superior charms and or excellence, a woman who is adored, especially for her beauty, a woman whose great charm or beauty arouses great adoration, a woman of extraordinary beauty, grace, and appeal, a woman of extraordinary lure, a woman of graceful stature and superior beauty, a woman whose beauty, charm, wow, inspires great affinity, among others. That's a goddess.
Mm-hmm. And beauty is from the inside out, your spirit.
Exactly. And we all are goddesses, but we just don't remember it. And I just challenge the women out there to go inside yourself. Go inside and speak to the goddess within you. She's in there. You just don't remember right now, but she's in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the fact that you incarnated as a woman is powerful in itself. Power, feminine energy is such a regal and extremely powerful thing. So we just need to embrace, you know, what we have inside and see ourselves in that light.
Most definitely. Oh, well, ladies, any last final words? We have like 4 minutes left, and anybody have anything else to say?
I think this is a great show. This is something that needed to be discussed, and I feel like we're going to be talking about this again in the future, and maybe next time we'll have a little masculine energy on the line, and we can expound a little more on it. But just to let you know, our young goddesses know that, you are worthy, to know your worth. When dating these men, find somebody that's going to respect you, respect your children if you have it, and above all, just love yourself first. When you're able to love yourself, then you'll be able to attract that type of love that you want into your life.
Absolutely. Exactly. Love is all you need.
Yes. And I just want to plug the show for Friday. Friday, the show will be discussing the root chakra, and that's also something that is pertaining to a lot of the women that are misusing their feminine energy. A lot of us have imbalances in the root chakra, which regulates our stability and keeps us grounded. So on Friday's show, we will be discussing the root chakra, how to balance it, how to activate it, certain herbs that you can use to keep it activated and balanced, as well as the purpose of it. So we will be talking about that energy center.
Awesome.
Wonderful. And I want to put a message. Are you saying you're going on Holistic Gals? Go ahead. I mean, interrupt.
Oh, no, I was saying I can't wait to hear about the root chakra. And I know there's some crystals, too, that we can use to unblock that root chakra and get things flowing properly. Go ahead, love.
Yes. Oh, great. I wanted to end this show off with a challenge to the brothers that's listening, brothers that have daughters. Please, and you have wives, girlfriends, daughters, please help uplift the goddesses within, help with respect and love and, respect and love. If you have daughters, let her know how powerful she is, how much you love her. Same thing with your wives, your sisters. We need to help heal this feminine energy that has been broken. So the brothers, if they could, help in that, I think that would be lovely. We are all a community, and we are all one. So we have to look out for each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right.
Well, that concludes our show. Thank you for joining us at the Goddess Suite. We love you. Tune in Friday for the show discussing the root chakra, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
We love you.